We're presenting a full feature film in Cannes in less than a month. 80 minutes long, fully AI generated. Now the issue is that we don't have the film yet, but what we do have is 10 million credits, a team of 15 people, 14 days, and no clue if we'll make it. Welcome to episode 2. Hi, I'm Adil. If you're new here, here's what's happening. We're making the first fully AI generated 80-minute feature film. It premieres at Cannes in less than a month, and we have 14 days to finish the whole thing. We started with 10 million credits, and we have 15 people on the team. If you want to know what happened in the first episode, check it out right here. Today is day 4, and today's going to be a little different. I'll be honest with you, in my videos on YouTube, I usually get everything right, basically first try, with the magic of editing. That's done to keep the video tight and easy to digest. But today, you're going to see the entire process, start to finish. No cuts to finish shot, no, and here's the one I prepared earlier. I'm going to fail, like, a lot. But most importantly, I'm going to teach you the exact frameworks I use to turn those failures into cinematic shots. So good they might premiere at Cannes someday. Specifically, here's what's happening today. I'm generating scenes 21 and 23. My coworker's working on scene 22, and by the end of this episode, what I make has to get the director's approval, or it doesn't make the film. You'll learn how to create locations, props, and how to bring all of it to life with Seedance 2.0. You'll also learn how to tell slop from cinema, which sounds obvious, but I learned the hard way, it's not. And at the very end, I'll show you exactly where we are in terms of credits and exactly how much usable footage we've actually built across the whole team in 4 days. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna need is the script for scenes 21 and 23. So we're gonna start with the script. Here I have the script for scenes 21 through 23. I've cut the rest out as to not spoil the whole plot this early on. Today we'll be working on the scenes 21 and 23, and my coworker will be handling scene 22. Now, I know it sounds like very little text, but I promise you it's going to take quite a bit of time to complete, so brace yourselves. So for context, these scenes will take place after the first episode, so if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out here first. And here's what's happening. In the last scene of episode 1, Lulu gets taken away. Now here we have Rocco back in their old apartment, reminiscing about their past. He walks in, looks around the room. There's a bunch of pictures of the whole crew goofing around in the past. And then we get the flashback scenes from the past, and then closing of Rocco very upset in the same room. He breaks down and starts crying. It's a very emotional moment, so it's very important for us to land this because we have to convey to the viewers that they aren't just friends, they're family. Now to get started, we're gonna head over to Claude and upload a custom skill. So here, click Customize, Create New Skills, click this plus button, upload a skill, and drag and drop this zip file, which I left in the caption. This is a custom skill that our directors built. It has pretty much all the knowledge that they've acquired throughout these series, and to use it in a new chat, we're just gonna invoke it. So shortlist builder. Next, we need to upload the script for scenes that we're working on. Now I'm going to give it context. I want a shot list for scenes 21 and 23. Skip 22. And next we're going to head over to our canvas, which has all of our assets, our locations, characters. And over here we have the style prefix. So this is going to define the style, lighting, color, composition, audio. These are all very important, especially when working in a big team. So 15 people generating the same film, we have to make sure that everything stays consistent, and the style prefix lets us do just that. One of the most important parts here is lighting, so natural light only, key light coming from sky and windows only. And also audio. When generating with Seedance 2.0, you only get one audio track, and if your characters are speaking, sometimes Seedance has a tendency, especially in emotional moments, to add music. And in post-production, it's really difficult to separate those audio tracks, so it's important that we tell it to only add environmental sound effects, no music, no subtitles. We'll be adding our own music when we edit the full film. Now I'm going to copy the style prefix, bring it back to Claude. Here's my style prefix. And run it. The skill is going to take the scenes and split them up into 15-second shots, and the prompts will be tailored for the video model that we'll be using. So uploading the script was phase 1. Phase 2 is it's going to ask us for the assets that it needs. So the characters, locations, props. As you can see, we need a character sheet of Rocco, then the location, the old apartment. And for props, we need the photo wall arrangement, the little note that says food in the fridge, and the Polaroid of Rocco and Lulu. We already have the character sheet for Rocco, which we used in the previous scenes. It would be this one right here. So now we need the location, so the old apartment. Now the apartment has to be in the same city as where the guys live. So I believe we have a location sheet for it right here. So I'm going to download it. And I'm going to name it city location. Now in Claude, I'm going to drop in the city and then give a pretty detailed description of the apartment that I'm looking for. The apartment needs to be in this city. You can see the same buildings from the window. I need a wide living room with a couch in the center. On the wall, there are a bunch of posters. There are 2 windows on the left side, on the right side. There's a hallway that leads to the entrance. Along the hallway, I want 2 doors on the left and 3 doors on the right. And there's a small kitchen on the right. This is an oddly detailed description. This came from the directors. They had a specific look in mind for the apartment, so we're gonna go with that. But if you don't have a specific image in mind, I recommend using Soul Cinema. You could just type in something like an old apartment and then just batch a ton of images and pick the ones you like. But here we're working with pretty demanding directors, so we're gonna have to go with this. The reason I uploaded the city here and not in the image generator is because Nano Pro has a pretty hard time with spatial awareness. And if you upload any images of locations, it tries to fit them in the image. So we'd probably end up having a room outdoors. All right, so it gave us a 4-view reference sheet. I don't want that just yet. So I'm just gonna say, I just need a 1-view image. Now it gave us a very detailed prompt. It's talking about the layout, where everything should be placed exactly, what the lighting should look like, what the city outside looks like, and the style from the style prefix. Now I'm gonna copy this prompt. Oh, and over here, before I start generating, I want to talk a little bit about the collab feature because I think a lot of you don't know about it yet. So in collab over here, I'm going to create a new project, call it scenes 21 and 23. That way I stay organized and I can keep all my scenes separately in different projects. Now I have access to all the best image models and video models all in one place. And that's not even the best part. Watch this. I'm gonna share this project, make it public. I can invite by email or just copy the link, toggle any of the permissions, so approval required, anyone can join, viewer, collaborator, whether or not it's visible in community, and whether or not viewers can send messages. And here's an example of a project that we're all working on together. So Hell Grind, as you can see, some people are working on the chase scene, some people are creating assets, some people are creating the samurai. And the main advantage of sharing the folders this way, instead of, for example, downloading this image and sharing it separately, is that this way I get all the assets, all the inputs, including the prompts, and I even know which tools were used to create certain images. So if I ever want to go back and tweak them, I have everything I need to do so. I can also leave comments on individual generations or the entire project by opening the chat over here. And I can even hop on a video call. Look at that. I mean, what else could you possibly need for teamwork? Anyways, let's move to the apartment. So we're back on our new project. I'm gonna paste in the prompt that Claude gave us. I'm gonna do 21 by 9 and generate 4 images. Nailing the location is very important because when we generate videos later, most of the lighting and the style is going to come from this reference. So if we mess it up, the video is going to be very sloppy. All right, we got 4 images. Let's take a look. These don't look too bad. So we got everything we asked for. Some big windows, the city in the background, the couch over here, the hallway. I prefer this to be a full wall like it is over here, but it messed up the hallway here. So we're gonna have to do some more batches. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but the textures on the image look a little plasticky. It's very common for Nano Banana Pro, so we're gonna have to fix that with a prompt. I'm gonna work a little bit on the layout. So I want these paintings or these posters to be on the wall here, move the kitchen over here, and make the windows a little smaller. On the left side of the room, there are 2 windows. The front side is a wall covered in posters. Let's add a TV. Add a TV on a TV stand, just so it doesn't slam it on the wall. Make the couch L-shaped, facing the TV. The kitchen should be really small along the wall on the right side, and add light atmospheric haze. This little line in the bottom over here makes a big difference in terms of lighting and textures. You'll see in a second. The keywords I added here for lighting are very important. It's going to help us fight that plasticky look that Nano Banana Pro always gives you. So here's the new prompt. We're going to copy it over, bring it back to Higgsfield, and do another batch. The reason I'm doing batches of only 4 is because with such a detailed prompt, Nano Banana Pro will give you fairly consistent results. So if something is off, the issue is probably in the prompt. Okay, I think we're getting there. We lost the hallway in this one. This one looks pretty good. I think the image is a little too boring. So maybe let's add some contrast by changing the color. So maybe make this wall red and the couch blue. And for the vibe of this scene specifically, I want colder tones. So we're gonna tweak that as well. But layout wise, I think it's not bad. So we're gonna go back to Claude and do some more adjustments. I want the front wall to be red, the couch blue, and maybe let's change the fridge to yellow. The fridge yellow, colder, light atmospheric haze. And here's a new prompt. Let's try running it again. All right, let's see what we got. We're making some progress here, except we lost the hallway again, so we're gonna have to tweak that. Ooh, this one has the best lighting so far. We'll just have to bring back the hallway. This wall looks a little empty, so maybe I'll add a couple of posters here as well. The floor too. Yeah, it's a little boring, so maybe a carpet. Yeah, carpet should do it. So you lost the hallway on the right side. Also add carpet under the table and the couch, and add just a couple of posters and the wall on the left between the windows.